Hello everyone, my name is Nathan and today it's time for another episode of Oxygen Not Included here in the Ultimate Base 4.0. In today's episode I would like to get my interplanetary launcher system up to speed. We're gonna make a somewhat complex facility to create the radbolts and then feed them into the interplanetary launchers, everything more or less automatically. And in order to do that I figured we're gonna be using the hydrogen. So right now I'm already building the hydrogen pipe that we established in the previous episode, but instead of just dumping it into space, I'm actually going to be using it to fill up the room that is going to be established here. First and foremost, I think I would like to get this to the same level, so I'm going to be rerouting this cable, and actually thinking about it, I might want to push this a little bit further down, so I have the space for other contraptions that require access to space. This means my interplanetary launchers are going to go right here, and I will be able to get started with the doors in this spot. Yeah, let me go ahead and try that. We might just take apart these guys. Also get rid of the doors. I will have to reroute all of this cabling. As a matter of fact, I don't even need to power these doors. It might be easier to just do them unpowered. Also, looking at this disaster, I think I'm going to be pushing my bunker doors all the way up. Let's also already initiate that. So now we can get rid of these guys and then reroute the cabling to go straight through. So I'm also going to add some mechanized airlocks right here. These ones are most of the time going to be open. The interplanetary launchers here at the bottom. And from the looks of it, we're going to have 4 of them, most likely pointed to one planetoid each, and then below them we can have a system to feed them the specific materials these planetoids request. Below this, I don't know how much space I'm gonna require, but I'm just gonna leave about 4 tiles free, and then this is gonna be the top portion of the building that is gonna gather the radbolts. Now let me see, I'm gonna be needing a little bit more space here, and I think in this case I might want to reroute my ladder again, so it goes on the left side of the area. Maybe get rid of this tile so we can go straight through, and this is gonna allow me to get rid of this ladder for the most part. Now, actually thinking about it, this doesn't even need to be doors. I don't really need to open this up anymore because any other machinery that needs access to space is going to be on the top and there's going to be nothing below. So let's forget about that. And instead, we're going to make another layer of gold tiles. But this upper layer definitely needs to be, and then this guy here, we also need to be able to steer the bunker doors here on the top. And I think for now, I might want to do this on an individual basis. I'm gonna get both of the cables right here together with some switches. Ren here is getting a healthy dose of radiation, taking one for the team. That's the spirit. Okay, looks like I can already get rid of the ladder. This is good. Nice. With that out of the way, we can have a look at the radiation tab. What we want is the radiation chamber. Let's get this in. Yeah, let's just go all out with gold. Why the heck not? We got it. So this tile here is going to be the wall. Then I want 1 tile free. We go 1 over. I want 1 tile on the top free. This is probably going to be the setup. I also want a radbolt joint plate, and that one is going to go right here. Now I have the dimensions a little bit better, so this should be my floor, and then I want a whole bunch of these radbolt chambers across the room, and these are basically gonna store all my radbolts for later use, so whenever I need something I can immediately use the radbolts, and I might even be able to later on use it for a radbolt engine. These chambers are gonna shoot up. There's actually no way to change that, so what we need to do is, let me see, get a radbolt reflector. I basically want these guys to daisy chain, so what we're gonna do is have a reflector shooting diagonally down into the next chamber, and I'm gonna do that for each of these guys except for the last one that will be shooting to the left, and then we need to continue here going straight up, and then right at this point I want another one shooting over. So I need to get rid of at least these 2 plastic ladders, and then once that's done and we have everything full, I want the overspill to go down again. So we're simply gonna add another one of these, and then maybe to go into the room yet another radbolt joint plate. Have that maybe right there. Okay, and then all we need to do is get this into the first chamber, which we can do right here diagonally again. Okay, that is actually very nice. In this case, we could have an extra room down below. Let's say we have another radbolt joint plate. I'm gonna set this up right here. So all the radbolts that are gonna be shot here are gonna go over, and here at the bottom is where we actually produce the radbolts with Weezwards. So maybe I want a convenient way to access everything. Let's say this is going to be my way down. Now this room here below probably needs to be quite large. Yeah, this automatic dispenser is going to be in the way. What was I collecting here? Just the abyssalite. Okay, I think we're mostly done with that. So let's just get rid of it and keep that in place because it's all hot. Yeah, we might get away with this, just removing this part, but I cannot really reach it. Let me see. I need to reach this anyways. How will I be able to get over? That is another question. Possibly just straight through here. So we're gonna have access this way and then possibly another transit tube access point here. And that would make it extremely easy. If I can fit everything in this, that would be amazing. Let's even close this up. Okay, maybe let me get this already built. We're not gonna close this quite yet. Let's see. I need another ladder piece to be able to move over. But this should be good. Once we get the radbolt chambers placed, we will need to hook them up to some logic. So the next one actually doesn't get filled if it is already full. And that should be fairly easy because this guy sends a green signal when the storage is full. But maybe let's let the dupes do some work. There's probably also going to be, another meteor shower incoming very soon. So I might not even want to open this up yet. Now, one thing I totally forgot about is the power. I will have to bring in the power somewhere, and I guess maybe right here is not too bad of a spot. Yeah, I will have to replace this with a joint plate though. Let's maybe not build this part and then better get a joint plate right there. And now we can easily relay the power like so. And we're probably gonna need even more power, maybe to the very end. Not sure. There are going to be a bunch of auto sweepers, that's for sure. Now the building of this is actually really quick because all my materials are right here. Even the gold and everything just pops up right there. Unbelievably convenient. Maybe while the dupes take care of this, let's already think about how we want to generate the radbolts. I want to do this with planter boxes because that allows me to plant them on top of doors and disable them as well. And by disabling, I mean that they will actually not consume the phosphorite anymore. We might be able to get started on the right side, and the pattern I want to go for is going to be something like this. And this is going to be for one radbolt generator. So this guy's going to be right here, and it's going to be facing towards this radbolt joint plate going up into the storage. In order to support these, we're going to go with the mechanized airlocks once again and do something like this. And theoretically, this should allow me to reach all of the spots here with an auto sweeper. So if I set an auto sweeper up here, this guy should be able to reach the plant at the bottom, but also this first plant here at the top. And if I have another auto sweeper here on the right side, or the left side, I should say, then it's going to reach the right part. And then we can just tile this. However, for this very first one, I think this planter box is going to be in vain, and it's going to be the same for the last one. But other than that, we should be able to just continue the spiel here. So do something like this, yeah. And then finally get some more auto sweepers in there. Yeah, looking good. More planter boxes. And then again, this very last one is not going to be needed. It's going to look something like this. And then we have a radbolt generator for each set, like so. I wonder though, we can probably do one more looking at this. Yeah, let's try one more, get this over here, and then 2 more auto sweepers, and we should be golden. Okay, I don't even have that many ward seeds, I think, and that means we need lots and lots of power for each of these auto sweepers, but also for the radbolt generators. Just like that. Let's maybe cut this off for now so they don't get started right away, and then the Weezwards we should plant the very last. Now, in order to ship in the materials, I would like to establish another auto sweeper here on the outside, one that is capable of actually reaching the 2 spots here where I have all of my materials, including, everything. Oh, this is actually amazing. it can still reach it even though we have this transit tube crossing. The crossing right now honestly isn't necessary anymore with the modifications we've made. So yeah, honestly, I might just get rid of these guys here, both of them. Oh, meteor showers. Okay, we should be good for the most part. Maybe the solar panel here is gonna suffer a little bit. Good, nice. Now we already have these radbolt chambers going for it. I'm not sure. Are they heating up already? I mean, this would not be very good. Let me disable everything that isn't supposed to run just yet. Okay. I mean, after all, we will have to put in some drywall. Yeah, all of this will have to be drywalled up so that we can fill it with a gas capable of cooling everything down. Wait a second, I don't have enough granite. Am I bringing over the granite? I think so. We're actually bringing it back from here, and I should have quite a bit. But geez, is it finally over? I think so. Yeah, let's mine everything up, also on the third planetoid. Yay, everyone is helping, everyone is doing a good job. There's just one thing that I need now, and that is a conveyor loader. Let me see, can I push this all the way up there? I should be able to do that. Let's see, auto sweeper, you can, oh, you cannot quite reach that. So I'm gonna put it here instead, and I should then be able to just introduce the materials right here. Let me see, I need to bring this all the way to the most right auto sweeper, and we're gonna have some conveyor receptacles. Very simple. Let's see, I can have one beneath each set of auto sweepers, then one for the last one and one for the first one. That doesn't quite add up here, but it's gonna be fine. Maybe there's some automation we can already get out of the way. For one, I need to be able to control all of the doors. Say all of these storages are full, then I want the system to shut down automatically, and we do that immediately with the doors. So a green signal is going to be coming from the top portion, and then it needs to run through all of the doors, which I'm going to start right here. And then we just go down to each of these doors as well. Hold on. Actually thinking about it, my dupes need to be able to use the doors until we have everything built. Yeah, so they can also stand on them. No, wait, we can reach down. Yeah, we can stand here and then reach down 3 tiles. Everything should be buildable by just standing on here and these doors. Okay, nice. This might actually turn out to be a really awesome design. Good, now it's also time to finish this pipe. This is my hydrogen pipe. I want this to go up. For now, I'm just gonna go ahead and bridge this, and we bring this up into the chamber. Let's say right here, we can release it, and a normal gas pressure vent is gonna be enough for this. No, actually, the tile below the door is not buildable. Okay, we can do this in the end. I just get the automation wire here and also add a signal switch. My radbolt generators are in place. They are all supposed to shoot to the right side and at least release 100 radbolts at a time, so it's kind of worth it losing some radbolts over the distance. I might even bump them up to 200. Though I don't want to exaggerate because of the radbolt chamber. It can only hold 1,000 radbolts. Okay, looks like I almost got everything built. Just a bunch of these cables still to go, which means we should probably take care of the logic. Let's have a look at the logic slots. We got one input slot in order to shoot a radbolt, and we only want this to be a short pulse so it doesn't shoot constantly. And then we have a second signal, which is going to send a green signal when the storage is full. So we basically want to send a green signal when the storage is not full, and therefore this guy will then shoot. So send a green signal to this guy to shoot over into the first one. For the first one, and I think the last one, it might be a little bit different. The last one I just want to have as a buffer, as an overflow. So basically once this guy here is full, then I want to shut down the system and any excess radbolts are going to land in this guy. So for this guy to shoot, we want this one to not be full and also to have a pulse. Let's say we're going to set up the pulse first here with the timer sensor. Let's put this guy right here so I can lead the cable easily through the flooring. And I think we want to do this all the way over to the very last guy, but we don't directly want to hook them up. We first want to have this AND condition. So the pulse is always going to be pulsating, but we only want to accept the pulse when the other condition is true, namely that the next radbolt chamber has storage. So for the first one, it's different, but the next one here should have an AND gate, and then every other one probably as well, including the last one. Yeah, let's just set it up. Therefore, this is going to be our first condition. right there. For each of these is going to be the pulse. This sends a green signal when it is full. We want the signal to be red though when it is full. So let's set up a NOT gate. Let me see. I think I wanted to put it here on the top. Yeah, this might actually add up. So if we get that wire, so the signal out is going to be green when it actually is full. And so in this case, we want to send the red signal to the other condition of the AND gate. Now that it is not full, it's going to be sending a red signal. Therefore, this is going to be green, an inverted signal. And this guy can then go ahead and shoot over to the next radbolt chamber. And now we can simply daisy chain this idea. Just take that, connect you, and do this for each of them. And then, yeah, finally, the output of the AND gate should, of course, activate the radbolt chambers just like that. And then this guy here, this last signal, I don't think we even need, because there's not going to be a condition for the last one to be full. Okay, now when the second to last chamber is full, then I want to deactivate the contraption. We can think about that. Maybe, let me see. This is this signal here. It will be green when this chamber is full. So let's bring this over, maybe with an automation bridge. And then we can simply use the green signal to activate the doors. So this should just go over here and open up all of the doors and therefore shut down the production of the radbolts. But we also want to shut down the radbolt generators, which we want to do with a NOT gate because we want them not to run. And looking at this, this is actually fairly straightforward, just in a straight line. Now, before I forget, these guys need to face into the right direction, or the left in this case. And here it needs to go diagonally down, like so. We should be able to copy that over for the other ones. Okay, nice. I think that was the bulk of the automation already. Can't think of anything else. No, of course, we want to enable the shooting of the first radbolt chamber. This is something we haven't done yet. This slot here isn't occupied, and we only want to do that when we actually are in need of radbolts. Looking at this slot here, this also sends a green signal when the storage is full. That means we want to invert it, just like with the other one. Have each of these guys inverted signals. Give me automation wire. And then I'm gonna take the inverted signal as our first condition. So I figured this would be the only condition we need, but as it turns out, whenever the launchers are blocked, they actually also don't accept the radbolts, and they would still be sending a green signal, but not accept the radbolts, which of course is a bummer. So one way I figured we could do this is we check if this is open, the bunker doors, and if these doors are open. So we can simply set up, maybe this is not necessary, but we can set up an AND gate right here and just hook them up to both of the conditions. If they are both true, then we can send that signal. And then if both of these signals are true, then we should be able to activate the storage. So this would now be going down, but we don't directly want to hook it up there. Let me actually reroute this slightly so it goes down in this spot. And then, yeah, we don't want to just hook it up because we want to connect it with the sensor we already have going on here. Let's see, probably just do it like so. So we are gonna route the cable this way. And now whenever this condition is true, plus the pulse is going on, then we can activate it. Actually, I can bring this one down, something like this, and then I can hook it up straight. This is wonderful. Let me maybe also move these guys over. I can move this one here. And I will be able to move this one as well. Maybe later. Holy cow, let's go for it. This should work, at least in my head. And now maybe it's also time to close it off. Oh, it looks like we need some power for you. And then once that's done, you need some phosphorite, which is under agriculture. All the doors don't actually need power, so we're gonna just suppress that and then shut down the signal switch so we can actually go ahead, finish the building here. As for the timer sensor, I think I want to go with a time of 1 second for the green duration and 10 seconds for the red duration. We might adjust this. Right now, that feels like a safe way to go. Okay, nice. Looks like we actually have sealed everything off. This should now be one room right here. At least I hope so. Yeah, I don't think I forgot to tile anything, but soon our hydrogen is going to be coming in. Right now I set the sensor a little too high. Let's maybe go with 2,500 grams and then the pump should be going for it. Yeah. Whoa, 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 whoa. Well, that is not good. Let's get rid of that gas vent. You know, the funny thing is whenever I set the highest priority, it's always Quinn tagging along. Just the one guy that I really don't want to do this. Either way, hydrogen is now flowing in and it should be filling up our room. So that is going to be interesting to watch. There it is. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Now, I'm hoping that my Weesports are going to be enough to keep everything cool. We shouldn't be in the need of a cooling loop. But now that we got that, let's maybe plant the Weesports. Oh, I got 18. That is not too bad. Let's copy this over for, let's say, the first few plants. Let's do all of these and then maybe do the rest in a second step. Yeah, here we go. The first Weesports, I want to put these to priority 1 and maybe not even allow manual use. So all of the ones that are planted, I don't really want my duplicants to fill them up. And Quinn still did do it because I was probably not quick enough. But yeah, now let's do the rest of them as well. And now that we are doing it, let's just get things rolling right here in this conveyor loader, phosphorite, and it should be automatically brought. Let's not allow manual use. Yeah, look at that. And then the auto sweepers will take care of the rest, hopefully. RADBOLT generators are going for it, producing around 200 rats per cycle. Looking good. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Very good, very good. And we have filled this with just a little bit of hydrogen, but it's going to be enough to keep things fairly cool, I bet ya. Well, we have tons of Weesports. It should really be enough, but I guess time will tell. And now basically no duplicants are going to be necessary anymore inside of this building, which is great. We now had our first RADBOLT going for it. Let me see. This is going to shoot at 50 RADBOLTs. Let's also set this to 100. So I want all of this to be 100, but you can see it is continuing. And then with each pulse, if it has enough RADBOLTs, it's going to try to shoot to the next one if all the conditions are met. And we can see the conditions are met with this wire. Then the pulse just comes in. And then what we should be seeing is this continuing daisy chain like, and then it will stop at the last one. The last one is then gonna shoot because these guys are requesting it. Now let me see. No, they are not requesting it because they can't, because we don't have the doors open. I don't think there are any meteor showers imminent, so we can just go ahead and open up the doors. Now of course these guys are unpowered. Why is that? Yeah, I'm reshaping everything here, no wonder. So they're just gonna take a while to open, but once they are open, then all of these conditions are going to be true. They're actually already true right now. But yeah, you get the basic gist. Now we already had our first one going up. This is actually really bad at the moment. Let me see. Maybe let me close this so the conditions aren't going to be true and therefore the last RADBOLT chamber isn't going to shoot. We can see that here. Condition not true. It's not going to shoot, but it's still going to be filled up, which is good. Now, mind you, some RADBOLTs are still going to be wasted because if the chamber is full, then the rest of the bolts are just going to shoot into the floor. I don't think there's anything we can do against that. But yeah, I've been missing another RADBOLT reflector here. Need to build that quickly so I can shoot into the right direction. And then, geez, these guys are still not open. But I guess that gives us a little bit of time to actually start filling this up. Looking really good. And I gotta say, this actually turned out really well right off the bat. And then, of course, we have all of this space here to set up something with valves and other stuff in order to exactly decide what we're gonna be needing for each of the planetoids that we're targeting with these launchers. Thinking about it, for this first RADBOLT chamber, I'm gonna just shoot 50 RADBOLTs. As for the other ones, I want to shoot 100. Thinking about it, the more we have here in the RADBOLT chambers, the more we're gonna waste them, right? Yeah, this is really the only downside of the system. But now we can see the first RADBOLT chamber is almost full. We're just waiting for a little bit more. Yeah, right now we have 989 and you can see the rest was just wasted. Nothing we can do. However, what we can do now is change the condition here, and therefore this guy isn't gonna shoot anymore unless the first one has some space. And this is actually perfect. It's just gonna remain in here, fill up the next one, the next one, the next one, and then when we arrive at this one, everything is gonna shut down. Okay, now that this is open, we're also gonna open up this, and that means with the next pulse, we are also gonna... Whoa! I forgot to set this to the right side. Jeez, man. Okay, right there. And whoo, yeah, this one should also be facing down. So this is kind of my failsafe here. In case I do something wrong, then it's just gonna go into the first one again. No delivery destination. Are you serious? It just doesn't accept the freaking radbolts. Let's set the delivery destination all to the hotel planetoid for now. Of course, this is gonna change. I'm just doing it so that the launchers are picking up their functionality. Yeah, right there. And now I can finally start to fill them up with 200 radbolts. So there's gonna be another 2 shots. And then of course, once we are full, it's just gonna continue to the next one like this. And like this, we're wasting almost no radbolts except for the delivery time or the distance they need to travel, which they lose, I think, about 0.1 rads per tile. But yeah, you can see this is now starting to fill up extremely quickly, and we will be able to make a lot of deliveries this way, and then in the future maybe even charge up a radbolt engine. And now there's one more thing I want to see, and that is if this guy here is full, all of them will be full, and therefore this radbolt chamber shouldn't shoot anymore. Let's see this happen. It's now full, it's going back into the system, and this guy indeed doesn't shoot anymore. Wonderful. I think I really like where this is going. Let's maybe suppress this. Doesn't look really good. And then this is going to be hooked up in the future again, so there's going to be no power issue, and we can really get going with the next planetoids. Let's check the temperature. It is still nice and cozy, though it did raise a little bit. We'll see where it stagnates. I really like how this fits in here. All of this bit here is still going to be filled up with the delivery system, and then on top of here we can have something else like the plant analysis, or maybe we're just gonna have a radiation chamber there where we're gonna try to mutate stuff. We'll see. But for now, I'm happy with the results of this episode. This is a useful contraption, even just to get tons of radbolts for whatever. With that out of the way, thank you so much for watching, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. Have a great time and see you in the next episode. Bye bye.